Welcome to another episode of the OHB Academy podcast. My name, Coach Mike.
Jav in the building.
And today we got a quick 15-minute blast episode about something that was in the news. You might need to share with me because I didn't actually read the article.
Yeah, so basically 1 billion people are obese. Over 1 billion people globally have finally been found to be obese according to the data.
In the world or you?
In the world, globally. So there isn't 1 billion people.
Yeah, no. I thought I said it.
But yeah, like, that's mad. And I think that I put it in my stories 2 days ago. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that I think we can take from that as people and human beings, because we talk about fitness and it's saturated and stuff, but I think fitness is one of those industries that, because of the way the world is, they're always going to need coaches. Coaches are going to be needed forever. Yeah. So yeah, man, I think what we should talk about is also the ramifications of that number, you know, how coaches can utilize that.
Because how many people are in the world? Let's say how many?
7 billion, 7 to 8 billion.
Wow.
So 1/8 or 1/7 of the world is
that's mad.
Obese, right? And obviously I think there's a big caveat to that, right? Because technically some bodybuilders are obese because they're from height, because they don't do it by body fat. Really, the body fat percentage should actually be the most important.
The body fat
measure. I mean, in some cases.
We don't think that would be what their case done with obesity? Is that?
Nah, but in the UK, when they track obese and overweight, it's not by body fat, it's by height, it's your BMI.
Oh, is that what they use it?
Yeah, that's what they use. So by BMI standards, you could be overweight or obese, but you could be like 6-pack but overweight.
Yeah.
But you got loads of muscle.
Okay.
So
yeah, but I mean that. But it sounds like a big, but it's a small percentage.
Yeah, but But 1 billion people are obese is a problem. So yeah, man. First things first. What I think in regards to that number and why do we have that number? That's kind of what I want to try and talk about, because I would say the first thing is the only issue with the article, it doesn't really specify where, but obviously we know in England it's about 66% of people are considered obese or overweight. Same thing with the US. So I would assume in most Western countries, I feel like they're probably bearing the load of that number.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
And for me, it comes down to obviously food.
Accessibility to food.
And also the way that we work as well. The way that we work.
Yeah.
A lot of sat down laptops. It's very sedentary lifestyle. Yeah. So I think that's some of the biggest contributors to this 1 billion thing, man.
Yeah, that's true. Me too. I would have to agree. I think the way that Western society is that it doesn't really promote healthy living in any kind of way. I'll give you like an example. I remember when I first went to Dubai, this was like 6 years ago, something like that, 5 years ago. And then I was at my cousin's house, right? And Netflix was on. And she's like, do you notice anything different? And I was like, And she's like, look at the movie titles. And literally all the movie titles were just like, it didn't have the same type of movies, obviously, as the UK, but it was like, there wasn't that much, horror and like, just sexual nature. It was very like, it was more family friendly, just in general. So like, and then again, another example, that same time, that was the first time I realized they had a fitness month. So November is their fitness month nationally, right? Where like everyone's training, everyone's doing, being encouraged to do stuff like that. So I just think Western society doesn't promote that enough, like fitness, mindset, fitness, everything. So I think that's kind of the key driver.
Yeah, and then the food, man. I think obviously I've lived in America and I've lived here.
Yeah, what's America say? America's mad actually, yeah.
America's mad because of the amount of food you get and the quality of it. It's like, there's places obviously with good quality food, but in America,
it's ridiculous, man.
It's the portions. America is about portions. When I first moved to America, I remember the first day I ordered Chinese, bro. Yeah. England, you get Chinese, you get in a little container, you're good, little sweet and sour. Bro, over there, your normal Chinese, bro, is like a super large.
Where was this though?
New Jersey. Okay. And I always remember, I couldn't finish it. I could never finish it. But I knew I adapted when I could start finishing it. Once I started finishing it, I'm like, bro, I've changed, bro. I've got used to this, bro. Because the Chinese, that's like, bro, these like eat this. They eat the whole thing.
Yeah. In LA, it wasn't, the portion sizes was definitely not that.
Okay.
Portion sizes weren't big, but then what it was is like, bro, here we've got, you know, you got your standard chicken and chip shops. You've got like maybe KFC, Burger King, and then you've got like restaurants, maybe Chinese or whatever, right? Bro, in America, the amount of like family-owned
franchises,
chicken shops, tacos, like everywhere you go, bro, there's too much choice.
Yeah, they got a lot of franchises.
Too much. There's so much food. It's like everybody who wants to start a business goes for food immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but that's a big thing with America. That they got a lot of franchises and family-owned restaurants. In England, it's not quite like that.
It's not as bad.
Yeah, it's not like that. And there's not like big chains. There's not a lot of big chains here. Whereas over there, they've got a lot of chains, bro.
In and out, but like you can count it for days.
Yeah, and it's just, it keeps going.
Yeah.
So over there, fast food is
their life.
It's a lot more. People eat fast food here, but over there, it feels like it's more prevalent.
Yeah.
Going out to eat McDonald's and is a bit more normal over there because there's so many chains.
Yeah.
There's so many different chains as well.
It's almost like supporting society.
Yeah, bro. And then in England, then to compare, obviously the portion sizes are less here. I think that England's got, this might sound a bit weird, but I think England's got a bigger drinking culture than America.
Okay.
Like, you think about British people, what they do.
There's not much to do, yeah.
There's not much to do in England, bro. They go to the pub, especially if you're out of London.
Yeah.
Like, they go to the pub, have a few pints, bars, yeah, kebabs, did a curry, like.
Yeah.
So, in England, people eat takeaway, but I don't think it's not to the extent like in America. It's not like a reliant, because Monday to Friday, most people, so not most people, but people will eat good. But then, I think that one thing in England is, I think that, and America too, so this works for both, is a lot of people are just not educated.
Yeah.
That's really the bread and butter.
Yeah.
There's no education on food, nutrition, training, like.
Yeah, just general, like, life, like how to, like, live more athletically in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all messed up, man. It's all messed up. Eddie was right, basically, isn't it? Basically, right? Because what is coherent with obesity? This disease, right? You know, illness, sickness. So he literally, what he was saying is correct, man. And I think it's interesting because a lot of coaches was against Eddie, sustainable, I'm going to come out very soon and be very honest, because I think all this sustainable eating shit, I don't agree with Eddie, but I think most coaches are very soft with the whole sustainable, this, that, and the third. I think learn how to tell somebody to stop, like, eating shit. Like, sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
It's fat shaming, bro, or it's bullying.
Is it bullying? Nah. If
that's what people say, though. That's what.
No. Respectfully, the truth of the matter is, us as trainers, former trainers, athletic people, we can eat what we want pretty much, you know what I mean? Because again, like you said, we're educated, we know when to stop, we know balance, all of that. But certain people who are really, really obese you should be banned. Like, you should be, you know, like when you're gambling, yeah, and that they can ban your card. Do you know that? Like, you can put a limit. You should be able to be banned from KFC. That's how it should work. That's how it should work, isn't it? Like,
it should work like that.
It's even worse than gambling, because gambling, at least, you lose everything, but like, you got your health, innit?
Yeah.
You know?
And you have to stop at some point because money runs out.
Yeah, money runs out. Whereas with their food, you can just keep going and literally just, you know.
Yeah. How much of a role do you think not knowing how to cook plays in this? Because there's a lot of people that don't know how to cook. So they choose not to cook and they just eat fast food.
And uneducated as well.
Because they don't know how to cook.
Yeah, that's a big thing. It's the culture. Like I said, it's culture, man. Again, with Western society?
Yeah.
Don't cook. And a lot of women now, it's like, I shouldn't have to cook, don't want to cook. And I ain't judging on that one, but do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't cook, you don't feel you should need to know how to cook. Because I think now they're associating it with the whole feminist movement, like, oh, I shouldn't cook because I'm not, why should I have to cook? But no, everybody should just cook.
Yeah.
Everyone should know how to cook.
Yeah.
Because it's a life skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that does play a big part. And then movement, like you said, the fact everyone drives or commutes or sits on a train, sits on a desk, everyone, yeah. So.
Yeah, and they say that people who eat a majority of their meals from home, they're more likely to save anything from 3,000 to 8,000 calories in a week in terms of calories consumed.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're saving that much calories by not eating out, you're obviously gonna.
The restaurants don't care. Everyone needs to. That's one thing everyone needs to realize, that they don't care, but they don't know calories. They don't care. Most of them, trust me, they don't. Like, they just want it to taste nice.
But what they put it on the menu? They put the calories on the menu now, isn't it?
Those are the good restaurants.
No, it's all over the UK now. It has to be on the menu. They made a law about it. Like last year. Yeah. It's last year or the year before. And there was a bit of an outrage. People saying, "Oh, what about people with eating disorders?"
You mean restaurant, not takeaways?
Is it not on takeaway menus?
Oh no, takeaways don't have to do that, bro.
So it's only restaurants. You sure?
Even certain restaurants don't have that, bro. We'll verify it and put it in the video.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
all right, cool. How does this help PTs, or doesn't it? Or help? No.
I mean, it doesn't help them, but I think it should just remind you that there's a lot of people that need help, man.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing with fitness, because every year or every couple of months there's a new fitness influencer. So that lets me know that there's still a demand for fitness.
Yeah.
There's always a demand.
Yeah.
So there's 1 billion people that are obese. Fitness trainers are always going to be in. It's like barbers. They're always going to be in need. So it's just about this idea that, it's saturated, or everyone's doing this, everyone's doing that. It's just about how you do it, bro. Yeah. It's about how you do it and what unique position you can take within this whole game. Because like, there's a guy on the school games.
Yeah.
And he's got a community of like, I think it's like 16,000 people. And his program's like $129 a month to join the school thing.
Do the math.
And do the math. And it's called Anime Shred.
Oh, that guy, I was thinking of that. Is that how many people he's got in it?
Anime Shred. It's basically just train like your favorite anime guy. So if you like Goku or whatever, like train like Goku. Bro, it's actually
Goku
dumb.
Don't train, but
it's dumb. Yeah. But people who like anime and they like him,
love that, yeah.
It makes sense.
Of course, yeah.
He's in a saturated market, but he did something that's like kind of unique.
Okay, yeah, unique, and he's okay.
So it's like I think the biggest thing for me is, remember, bro, like people need help, man. People need help, and by not doing it, you're not helping people.
Yes, use things like this and data like this to, if you're a PT or coach, to help with any mindset and limiting beliefs you have that it's a scarcity type of thing, that there's not enough people don't want to pay, all of that. There's so many people out there. I remember one of our mentors, I was talking to him once, and he was just saying that if somebody doesn't buy from him on a sales call and he feels they're rude or they hang up or something like that, he said he just will block them and remove them. You know what I mean? Where at the time I was thinking about the follow-up, I'm thinking, man, I could follow up with them in like a month and they might... He's like, no, like if someone can't respect me, like there's 100 other people out there that will pay for the program, and so abundance mentality, man. Abundance mentality. And also just having a passion to what you're doing and realizing the importance of it. Because like I said, what they're not really, they said obesity and they've just highlighted that word, but obesity and disease and lack of and poor health, they go hand in hand. So we got to understand there's a real need to fix that. Coaches should really like take on that role and say, look, let's fix that. Boom.
But then we might have to extend this episode a bit because there's a couple avenues to go down there with this.
What are you thinking?
There's one thing that people, even saying stuff like, obesity and health, people will be like, oh, but you can be big and healthy. The whole body positivity
that's
thing.
All nonsense, bro. We don't do all of that PC type of
You can say it's nonsense, bro, but that's
big and healthy.
That's exactly why things like this are rising, though, because people don't want to accept that.
They don't want to accept nothing. So Western society again, bro. That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Western society is like, nothing is wrong, everything is right, and that don't make sense.
I think I think really where it comes down to it, we're getting to this place here where everyone just wants to eliminate competition. Like, we're not allowed to be competitive amongst human beings. Like, everyone has to be the same. We all have to think the same. We have to have the same beliefs. If you're against something or you don't believe in something, you're a bad person.
Yeah.
And I think that's a dangerous place to get to as a society because...
It's a robot place.
Yeah, it's just mad robotic. It's like, it don't make sense. If I don't believe in something, I don't believe in it, bro. Like, it is what it is. Should men compete against women in competition? No. Like, but like,
no.
If I say that or someone says that, you're a bad person, they're like, we're getting into like mad territory, bro.
But you know what it is? It's pick a side season, man.
Yeah.
Pick a side season. And it's like, that's why what I see is a lot of thought leaders do really well. You know what I mean? There's different ends of the spectrum. You got Andrew Tate, who's like
extreme
in it, and then you got people who are, you know, they speak the truth, they say their mind, you know, and they grow. People actually flock to them more. So I think a lot of people are scared to speak their mind. I said this in content the other day, but as coaches, don't be scared to just be yourself, be true to yourself, be authentic, speak your mind, man. You know, like I said here, like the whole body positivity, like it's stupid, isn't it? The whole idea, like, yeah, of course, be positive, be happy in everything you're doing, but you know, if you're overweight, you need to do something about it. Like you need to do. It shouldn't just be a casual thing. It's stupid. You can't. And especially where like you have no excuse. That's the mad thing about the Western society is everyone is so spoiled. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Because what excuse do you really have? You feel what I'm trying to say to you? You got like a gym there is 30, and it's the way people are so backwards. Like I'll give you an example. Yeah, one of my old clients. She might see this, but you know. She's like, there's different gyms around, like, she's local to me, right? So there's different gyms, and she's put at a gym that's like 20 quid a month, yeah, 20, 25 pounds a month. And the gym is shit, really. Like, I left there a long time ago because they've got like one equipment of every body part. Like, if your leg press machine breaks, you're done. There's no leg press. You use a barbell, whatever, right? So I go to a gym that's got like a sauna, spa, all of that, right? Steam room, cool. Yeah. It's £60. Yeah. In London, that type of gym is 120, 150. So I'm showing her like, oh, you should go to that gym because like, you know, a lot of times you don't train or you got a knee injury, whatever. Like you can swim for your cardio, you can do sauna, like so many benefits of that. And then she's like more concerned about the £60. She's like, nah, the £60 is the... And I'm thinking like, you're backwards. And then imagine this is someone, not saying that she is, but that is prone to being a bit stressed, and you know what I'm saying? So the benefits of that could be life-changing. Do you feel what I'm saying? So the fact that me and you will spend money on like training, we'll do like a martial arts training, on like we'll spend, you know, £100 or more on our fitness in a month. But a lot of people see that as that's bad.
Yeah, what you do. Yeah.
Even that's crazy if you think about it. Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make sense because that same person is probably willing to dine out at a restaurant,
boom,
book mad holidays. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't correlate.
Takeaway, they're spending you know, bro. You know how I know people are different. Yeah, when I go to a takeaway, like when I get a takeaway, yeah, bro, like I might get 3 things. I might get like that's a wild one. That's a wild one. Let's say Chinese, yeah. I might get a special fried rice. Then I'll get wings, and then once in a while, if it's a cheeky thing, I'll get sweet and sour chicken. Yeah, that's a wild night, bro. Have you seen like how most people order takeaways? Do you know?
I don't know, bro. Because I try to go once a week, and I'm okay.
But do you know how most people order like in that one sitting though? So they'll have that what I just said, but they'll order like the dumplings. They'll order chips like as well,
starters and bro, the sides,
like mad, you know, like so. The whole mind state, like, it's different.
Yeah. But then it's back to the original thing is the education, man.
The education, yeah.
The education.
And that's what flipping coaches are supposed to be here for, but they're not doing it. And I actually blame you coaches. I blame a lot of these coaches. Remember, I'm always picking on them for what? The content.
Content, yeah.
It's bland. It's bullshit. Look what I just said now. If a coach actually got that takeaway, it might cost you £10 to visually make a video where you compare the two, 20 quid maybe. I guarantee that video will get at least 5,000 views.
Yeah.
If you explain it properly, it's got a decent hook, and you can be at least a little bit charismatic.
Yeah.
But coaches just want to talk the same stupid protein, calories. Yeah, coaches do better, man.
Yeah. Do better, man.
Do better.
We got to help those 1 billion people, bro.
We got to help them. They don't know.
Yeah, we got to help them, man.
Cool.
So, yeah. Cool. By the way, guys, don't forget, if you're liking the podcast, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, pay it forward, man, because the YouTube algorithms, when you like it, it pushes it out a little bit more, and we want to keep growing this podcast slowly but surely. So, yeah, that's it, man. The OHB podcast over and out.
Boom.